Hey everyone, this is Bethany, BA Crafty Girl, and instead of a card construction today, I am coming to you with a little frame construction. And when you're doing little frames, you're altering them, and really, I guess the purpose is, for me, it's a card that lends itself to be more keepable, if that's a word, because the recipient can have it on their desk or on a shelf, and it's just a cutie little knick-knack thing. The first thing you need to do, I get mine from Walmart, and they're like 89 cents or 98 cents or something like that, so they're not expensive. So the first thing you do is you take the little paper out that's in there, and then the next thing you need to do is that there's a protective film on it, so you just need to peel it back and then take that protective film off, and then you can throw that away. And now it's perfectly crystal clear. And then the first thing I do is I cut a piece of cardstock from whatever collection I'm working with. Today I am working with the Chillingsworth Manor paper by Echo Park, the 6x6 size, and you cut a piece of paper from the collection 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then that's what fits inside the frame. And I usually put some adhesive on here, but I wait until my frame is all the way done so I can kind of hide the adhesive spot behind one of the elements. So I won't do that till I'm done. And I'll stamp. Ooh, I'll have to use my white ink. I'm glad I caught that. I usually stamp my stamp that I stamp on the back of my cards on the back. So just go on ahead and slide that in there, and that's your base that you're going to be working off of. So I have this little circle here, and I'm going to do some stamping on it. I have this stamp right here. They're all Papertrey ink stamps. And I have this stamp right here that's from my new Bits and Buttons set. It's like a little plaid circle. And I'm going to stamp that in orange. It is called Tangelo by Memento. I really like Memento inks, and I shouldn't say I always. I really like getting the little dewdrops because then you can have all the colors and it doesn't take up as much room. And I keep mine in school boxes. So there's my little circle. It's going to serve as my background for my other stamp. My other stamp is a cauldron. It's going to fit there, and I'm going to stamp that in black. And as you see, I have all my stamps on this one block, and I don't line my stamps up. I'll admit that, I don't. And wherever they lie is wherever they lie. And I am okay with that. So I'm going to ink up the little cauldron, and I'm going to stamp it on top of my plaid. And I really like this trick because then you don't have to worry about coloring your image. See how cute that is? It's adorable. So I just got out of coloring my image, which is kind of fun. And then I'm going to put this stamp on the other side just so I don't get ink everywhere quite yet. And then I have my sentiment. The cauldron and the sentiment are from Tiny Treats Halloween from Papertrey ink. And I'm just going to ink up half. I'm going to have to move this one. Ooh, it's a new one, so it's sticky. Papertrey ink stamps, if you didn't know, they're awfully sticky when you first get them, but after you use them, they lose some of their stickiness. So my sentiment says brew up some fun, and I'm just inking up the brew up. And that's going to go on top. And then I'm going to wipe it off with my finger. And then I'm going to ink up the some fun. And it's going to go under. Sometimes I wish this had an exclamation point. So it says, brew up some fun. Ta-da! And now that I am going to put to the side, I'm going to put the cap on my ink before I get ink everywhere. And I am going to put some dimensional adhesive on the back. This really thin kind is from Walmart, and this is the last piece on this roll. This is the part that I don't like about this adhesive. They actually stick, the last chunk actually sticks to the roll, so you can't use it, which is a bummer in my opinion. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back, and I'm going to call it good. And set that to the side. And then I have this very cute Nestability that is a candy corn. And I cut it out of papers from the paper collection. And this I'm going to adhere right onto the frame. So I have my EK Tools tape runner. And I'm just going to adhere this, and it's going to hang off the side a little bit. I'm just going to adhere this right to the bottom of the frame. Be careful that you don't go too far down, or it won't stand up anymore. If you wanted to use score tape, you totally could, but I find that ATG or tape runner works just fine too. I almost used my little Chicky stamp again for this because it'd be cute. I am leaving some space in between the candy corn pieces just because I can. I think it's fun. So there's my candy corn, and now I have this pumpkin that is also a Nestability, and it's going to go right here, and it's going to hang off the other side, but I am going to put it on dimensional adhesive. I have a new roll right here ready to go. And it is going to hang off the side, so I'm not going to put any on this far side. And that's going to go right onto the frame. I like doing the dimensional adhesive on the frames. Since you're building on the outside of the frame, it can have dimension. You could put other things behind the frame with that pattern piece of paper, and it would be awesome. You know, it's whatever. It's basically like you're doing a card front, is basically what it is. So there's that. It looks cute just like that, I think. Like, for real. And then I'm going to take this, and you know what would have been cute too is to do like a scallop circle around to kind of frame that, but I didn't do that. So there's another idea for you. And I'm going to adhere this in the middle of that pumpkin. And then I have this very cute little bat that's also a Nestability. It comes with the nested bats. And I'm just kind of wiggling his little wings around a little bit so that they have some dimension. And I think I'm going to put him, I think I'm going to layer up two of these. So what you do is you cut a piece off and then you cut it in half, and then you put them sticky side to sticky side, and then you take off the other side, and I think I'm going to have to cut this down. I'm going to cut it in half. These are the non-stick cutter bees, by the way, that you can get at Walmart with the EK tools. And then you stick it on. This might be good if you have like black dimensionals, but I do not have black dimensionals. So trim that off. And so now it's like twice the dimension as everything else. If you're quick, you can pull this off and reset, because I don't want it to cover that whole stem. Oh, sorry. There we go. So there's our little bat. Okay, and I have some of this Sayed and Crystals Prima Bling. I think I'm going to use one of these and chop it. I'm going to chop it up. I'm going to use this one right here. I should have bought, they had 2 of these when I was at the store. I should have bought both of them, but I didn't, and that was, no! Are you kidding me? That's what I get for trying to be speedy, huh? They usually stick back on in place. I've never had this happen with Prima ones, but I guess I can't say that now. I don't know where that other bling is. That's sad. I will try to use the other side of this, though. Oh dear, they're falling off. Oh, that's a bummer. Maybe I should use this. There we go. Yeah, put it one right there. And you don't have to use bling on these. I mean, they're cute either way. Can't use that other half. And I'm gonna make it so that this bling like comes out of this bling like they were meant to go together. Ta-da! And you just put it right up close. So there's that. And you could do like another one. You could just go bling crazy. I'm trying to get it to go under the pumpkin. It's pretty good. I don't know. Maybe this one will not go under the pumpkin, go on top of the pumpkin. Yeah, I might change that after. But anyway, so here's that, or I might just take this off. No more bling. So there's that, and then the last thing I was going to do is I'm just going to take this Martha Stewart Candy Apple glitter glue, and I'm just going to go around the outside of this circle. I like this glitter glue because it's a lot easier to work with than Stickles because it has a really fine point on it, so you can put it wherever you need it, and Stickles sometimes gets kind of gloppy. But the thing I don't really like about Martha Stewart glitter is that the glitter inside this set is all the same. Like the part that makes it shimmery, or the part that's iridescent, is like this green iridescent that's the same in all the colors, which is kind of a bummer. And you just take your scissors and clean up that spot right there. And you can also, you know, if you use chunkier glitter, like if you use those icicles, you can, you know, place the glitter right where you want it to be, which I think is pretty cool. So there's that, and I think I'm going to try to put this bling on again. I'm just going to cut that off. I'm not going to use that part. Ta-da! Yeah, that's much better, I think. So there's that, and I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So I hope that you enjoyed my little frame, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!